Hey
man.
there. It's okay.
I like that. So it doesn't matter.
I hear that too. And then, we get threatened.
Oh, yeah.
We were ran off the other day. And we were on a public street. Ran off.
How are you, sir? Thank you. Appreciate that. We are live. We are live on the board, and we are up and running. So yes. President Smoot can't be here today, so I'll be acting as the president. I'd like to call the meeting to order, the Daea meeting for July 6th, 2023. Judy, would you like to do the roll call?
John Smoot. David Call.
Here.
Sheriff Eggleton.
Here.
Brett Hodgson.
Here.
Nick King. Charity Fluer. Here. We have 4.
Very good. We need to take action on the June 1st, 2023 meeting minutes, which everyone was emailed this past week.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as posted.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oh, no, I can't say that. Okay. Very good. Okay, the next section of our meeting here is citizens' concerns. All comments should be directed to the agency. Please request to be recognized by the chairman of the agency prior to public comments. The public hearing is held to receive comments and is not a forum for debate. Please limit comments to 5 minutes or less. Anyone who would like to come forward, feel free to speak. If not, we will move on with the rest of unfinished business.
Acting Mr. President, I'd like to make one comment before we get started. I want everybody to understand that due to a comment made at a commission meeting, the previous commission meeting, that this is a public meeting. Nobody's outing anybody here. If you come up, you are on camera and you're being recognized in an open forum. So we're not putting anybody's name out there. You're putting your own name out there. So just want everybody to understand that the sheriff or nobody on this board is putting anybody out there. You are putting yourself out there. So thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff. Okay, first case is Daea case 2022-16. That's 12657 Charleston Road, Red House, West Virginia.
This was presented to the County Commission on 5/29, and they gave them an extension of 60 days to get this cleaned up. Staff went over, made an inspection just to see if they were making any more progress, and they have, and we will revisit this in August to make sure that it is off. I just want to give an update on
Major
what's going on with that.
Just one, Richard.
Yeah.
This individual has made great strides in taking care of something that's been an issue, and I know it's probably at a great financial cost to him, but it needed done. So I make a motion that we close this case.
Let's see, Sheriff, the County Commission they wanted to revisit, they wanted to look at this again in August of 2023. But as far as I know, I guess the Daea board could go ahead and close the case, and then we could show it to the County Commission in August. Or what should we do, Larry? Should we wait and close it after the County Commission looks at it in August? Okay.
Yeah, they've already got it. It's already been referred to them.
Okay.
think they gave him initially 60 days.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Which would expire in August. They'll take action on it then. But I suspect that they're going to do the same thing, is say that he's made great strides, and they will probably close it.
Right.
All right, as long as it's noted that that
This
I suggest we close this at whenever the commission seems it necessary. Okay.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to review the case in August and close it if the county commission sees fit. Can I get a second on that? All right, we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, moving on, Daea case 202254, it's Riders Creek. This individual submitted us a letter stating that it would be cleaned up in August again. We will just go back in August, revisit that to make sure that he does have that mobile home and the vegetation.
Make a motion, we put it off until August then.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Case 202267, Birdie Court. This is ongoing. We have sent letters to Charlie Johnson about having his other trailer removed, the one's occupied. I don't know what else to do with this one. You all tabled it last time until we did a final inspection, because you all wanted one more manufactured home.
So nothing's been done at all.
Have we reached out to Mr. Johnson? And so he's been notified and,
Yes.
Is he planning on renting the 42? That's the only one that we're currently having an issue with, correct?
That's the one that we wanted to change, yes.
Is he planning on renting it?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's a good question, though.
It doesn't look inhabited,
Okay.
but it's just my opinion.
We're going to take just a minute. It is worth noting when talking about the Birdie Court here that 14 has been removed and the property is clear. In 67, no, I'm sorry, 36 has been removed and that lot is clear.
are these all owned by the same
Yes.
individual? Okay. Was this unoccupied at the time of the inspection?
The one is occupied, 25 is occupied, 42 is not.
What about, what about 36?
36 has been removed.
It's been removed.
That's been removed?
36 is gone. Yeah.
The only one that appears to be of concern at this point is 42,
42?
and it looks uninhabitable. That one picture shows the roof looks like it's fallen in on an addition.
$25 appears to be occupied. out there a few times and haven't seen any difference. That black automobile has been there in that same spot each time I've been out there.
All right, I'll go back on record here.
Okay.
I reached out to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson told me officially, I can note this officially, that he has given that away, and just not sure when they're going to come and get it. That is number 42, which he gave the same people, I believe the same people, the other one that has been cleaned out. So I would I'll make a motion that we give Mr. Johnson 30 days or up until the next day board meeting to see if that has taken place.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Do you know if the foundation of 25 is sound? Who's at the underpinnings coming off?
I do not know if it's sound. Every time I've been out there, the grass has been cut, but I don't know about the foundation. Now, obviously the porch, I certainly would not call the porch sound, front nor back. But as far as I can tell, it is inhabited. Again, I could be wrong. Sheriff, if you're in communication with Mr. Johnson, okay.
Which one is that?
Number 25. Appears to be occupied, but I cannot verify. That black vehicle has been there every time, hasn't been moved.
Uh, 25 is in decent shape, but is going to do some construction to it to make it better, to be occupied.
Okay.
We can do a reinspection of that at the same time of the 30 days if you would like, if you could.
Okay.
Okay.
So would that be your motion?
That'd be my
Mr.
motion.
Sheriff?
30
Okay.
days, do a reevaluation of it.
Can I get a second on that?
Second.
Okay.
And I think it's best for this board to always try to reach out to the landowners and/or occupants of these places to see if they can correct it before we take action or the county commission takes action. I think that's better for the public.
Agreed. Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Daea case 202303 is 1505 Charleston Red House. This was the one that we had to have process served by the sheriff's office. I talked to him on the phone. David has been down there. I have been down there, and he has been out of town. His brother passed away, so he was in another state taking care of his brother. But he has secured it. He's replaced the tin on the building. He's removed the structure that was falling in. He has made great strides, and I think staff should recommend that this one also be dismissed.
That's your recommendation. I'll make that motion to dismiss this case.
I'll
Okay.
second.
We have a motion to dismiss the case and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Daea case 202304, 1201 Hedrick Road, Scott Depot. This, you can tell the pictures, it's just mainly the junk cars. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sheriff, but I thought you were going to do something, get in contact with the property owner.
I sent a letter from the sheriff's department in form of the state law. As many of you know, that in the past 2.5 years, I've tried to do this by state law, but I also do not have the funds to remove these vehicles. So it's one of those things, and we expect, the law can only be followed by people that agree to follow the law. This is a violation of state law, but state law does not give any funding to the sheriff's departments to do this. So we would hope that property owners take care of this. The letter has been sent, but funding is not available to tow all these vehicles. I can approach and I have in the past approached the court to file an injunction. The courts have been very apprehensive to do such.
And this individual doesn't want, he doesn't want them removed?
I haven't got a response back.
Okay.
I know the recycling facilities are willing to work with them if we could allow that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and there is money to be made. That all over our county, I can take you, and I'm sure all of you can, I can take you to individuals or farms or places in subdivisions to show you hundreds upon hundreds of junk vehicles that can be recycled, and the landowner and the owners can make money, but we can't force them to do it. So that's a sad, we could force them through court order, but I don't know. It's one of those projects that I wanted to do as a clean up Putnam County, and I have run into headaches. I can send the letters, and that's what I will continue to do. I have not got a response back from this landowner.
Okay.
So Sheriff, would it be your motion that you will continue to reach out to this landowner in an attempt to have this problem resolved?
Is it still a day board case?
Yes,
Leave it
yes.
open as a day board case.
Okay.
That's my motion.
Okay, motion to leave open. Okay. We have a motion to leave the case open. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Sheriff, do you know if that's a private road?
I'll go on record by saying this, and Larry, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and I even reached out to the DEP, West Virginia DEP, because it's my belief that a vehicle that sits for a long time leaks fuel, oil, and other things into the ground, which can and will pollute the water table. West Virginia DEP has not reached back out to me for any resolution on this. I think it's a violation of DEP rules. If you see construction equipment sitting around like that on an open mine or something, they're fine, but I get no cooperation from state agencies on this. So,
Thank you, Sheriff. Okay, next case.
It's 3655 Buff Creek. This was submitted to, we have a complaint in order file for this property. They were very defiant that they were not going to have this property cleaned up. They since contacted our office on June 13th and asked for a list of contractors that would come in and clean up the property. So that list was provided, and we will go out and, before the next day, a meeting, do an inspection, and see if there's been any progress.
okay. So we will leave this case open for another 30 days, to see if there's any progress. That's my motion.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Daea case 202-313, 126 Poplar Drive, Hurricane. This came to our attention in April. We had sent certified letters. We did a regular letter to them advising them that the property needed to be cleaned up. We were back out there on June 26th. Actually, it has gotten worse. There's been more cars, boats, lawnmowers. They have yet to contact our office.
I think I sent it, correct me if I'm wrong, did I send an email to the board about this? I visited.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I visited this property right after our last meeting and spoke to the neighbor, and I think we had the wrong
Yeah,
owner.
we did.
Did we?
Yes.
And did I provide it? There was nobody home there, and the property is in desperate need of cleanup. Without knowing the owner, somebody had passed away, am I correct by saying this?
Yes.
Did I say this? Somebody had passed away, and somebody else was living there. May have been a son who inherited this.
A call.
What's his name?
Is his last name Paul? There? Okay.
I don't remember the name, but nobody was home when I was there. I'd done a brief inspection as far as I could, front porch, knock on the door, that kind of stuff. Then spoke to a neighbor, and the neighbor said it continued to go down. So I think we need to do a little more research on who the actual owner is, so they can be properly notified. Because the name that I had, when I asked the neighbor, said they had passed away.
Yeah, because how I do it, I just go.
You do it by
the
tax number.
Tax records.
Exactly, I understand.
Yeah. But I will look into that further, maybe try and find a will or something that's been recorded that we can see who owns it.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by the sheriff for staff to further research ownership of the property. Can I get a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Next case is 2023-16, number 7 Riders Creek.
Yes, the same gentleman, he bought this at a tax sale, and he told us that he has 18 months. He is not going to do anything with the property because he doesn't want to put out the cost and then it be redeemed. So we can revisit this one if you'd like, in 18 months, or,
He is correct by that, and being an old businessman, I don't blame the individual for buying this property and waiting the 18 months because it could be redeemed. Now, the law does state, Larry, correct me if I'm wrong, that any improvements should be repaid to the owner, but that's also a gamble. So I think we put this on the, suspend this case for 18 months.
We have a motion to revisit this case in 18 months. Can I get a second on that? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. And now let's move on to new business. Daea case 2023-18, which is 538, 542, and 544 Church Camp Road.
as you can see with the pictures, there was 3 different manufactured homes there that absolutely fit the definition of abandoned and dilapidated. The property owner, we sent them notification. She came into the office, we discussed it. We did a site visit on the 26th. And then on the 30th, you have pictures in front of you of all the homes are gone, the frame is gone. They have completely cleared that property, and I think this is.
I make a motion that we close this case, and I commend the landowner for doing the right thing. We think that's what we want in Putnam County. The people buy these properties, and they also take on the responsibility to upkeep these properties, and they've done exactly that. So thank you very much for this, landowner.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion to dismiss, and we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the ayes have it. Next case is 2023-1980 Cow Creek Road in Hurricane.
This manufactured home, this property, it is in a LLC. It's owned by, I could look at the file, but I believe it's a realty company. They've been notified. There has been zero progress. Staff's been out, did inspections. I do believe, too, that there's somebody here to speak on against this case. It would be very helpful if these property owners would contact us. I mean, all of my contact information is on the letters that go out. They just will not know to get in contact with me to where we can actually talk to them and work something out instead of these cases just sitting there getting worse.
This goes back to like I said, we expect people, that the only
Yes.
way we can enforce the law is for people that are willing to accept it.
Yes.
This is owned by a real estate company?
Yes.
Do we know what real estate company?
P&J Real Estate. They're on Greenbrier Street in Charleston.
P&J Real Estate
Yes.
in Charleston.
In Charleston.
All right, we would publicly ask them to contact your office to rectify this situation. I will make a motion to put this on 30 days, give them an opportunity to respond. They've received their certified letter?
Yes, and I received the green card back.
Okay, so we'll give them 30 days to do that, then maybe we can do a face-to-face notification if necessary.
Okay, the sheriff's made a motion. Can I get a second? Charity, thank you very much. We have a motion and a second that we will revisit this in 30 days. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Keep me informed on that, maybe if necessary, I'll make the face-to-face, maybe give you a letter, and I go up and put a face to the property.
Okay.
Sometimes that works.
Will do.
Thank you, Sheriff. Do we have any old business to discuss? Any staff report relative to anything we have not covered? If not, I'm sorry.
No, okay.
All right, if that's the case, I would take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Sheriff has motion to adjourn. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Brett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you all very much for your time.
See everybody next month. Thank you all.